evening, Simon here, Explosive Action, back for my Halloween update. It's slightly Halloween themed, in that there are some horror films in this update, and that it is going to be Halloween by the time this video is uploaded. That's about all I got for you, sorry. There's a bunch of stuff that's not Halloween related. But anyway, let's get cracking. I actually have 2 TV series. I rarely show these. First one, Ash vs. Evil Dead Series 3, complete 3rd season. Came out last week in Australia, and a nice slipcase one. Big fun series. I was a big fan of it. It's a shame that it ended, but it went out on top, so I'm happy enough with that. And we got 30 or so episodes of the world of Evil Dead again, so you can't argue about that. So Ash vs. Evil Dead, the complete 3rd season. And this is something that's very unusual for me to show, but I was so excited. It was simply going to get shown. It had to happen. The Goodies, the complete BBC collection. Now, I'm a huge fan of British TV comedy from the 70s and 80s. It's what I was growing up on. A lot of Australian kids were growing up on it because it was shown so much. And The Goodies was one of those. And it has taken until now to get a complete series DVD release of this thing. Every single episode, 12 disc set, really nice package. I can retire my homemade bootlegs that I recorded off TV back in the 90s, because this has got everything. It's got extras, and every BBC episode made is on here. Stuff that we've never seen since it was first aired, and a few little extras and things. So yeah, really happy to get this, and it's very reasonably priced. So if you're a fan, make sure you pick it up. It's The Goodies, the complete season on 12 disc set from Network Video. We'll crack onto the horror Blu-rays. The first one's only sort of horror related. That guy, Dick Miller. I found this today when I was out shopping around the city. This is a documentary on Dick Miller. I knew about it. I knew what happened. It's a very cheaply put together DVD, Blu-ray, and it is a BDR. So, if you've got a thing against burn-on-demand discs, which I usually do, but there's no other choice as far as I'm aware. It's a documentary on the films of Dick Miller, who is, that guy, because that face, he shows up in, particularly in the later films, in his 80s career, just showed up. He was just there. Did 2 minutes of something. There he is. Oh, it's that guy, Dick Miller. So this is going to be a very interesting watch. The documentary put together by Uncorked Entertainment. And looking forward to that one. Next, picked up in the City, the Dawn of the Dead remake. I wasn't never really planning on picking it up. I wasn't a huge fan, but considering this has got the unrated cut in HD as well, I thought it's time to give it another go. So yep, that's, what's his name? Zack Snyder, who did that, oh man, what the hell was the name of it? Sucker Punch. Went on to do that, which I liked, even though it was completely stupid, but it was certainly some eye candy, wasn't it? Next, Cold Eyes of Fear. Got a giallo from Enzo Castellari, and I have never seen this one, so that should be rather interesting. Black House UK label. Got this and the next 3 quite cheap from Zavvi, who were having a sale, which meant I got to pick up Night of the Big Heat, Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. Haven't seen this one before. These were always a little bit too pricey, these Odeon ones, but in the sale they were good. Horror Hospital, which is just mental fun. So good, Horror Hospital. Upgrading the Umbrella DVD to this really nice Blu-ray. It's if you like Pete Walker's Frightmare, you'll like Horror Hospital. It's basically guaranteed. And Dr. Terror's House of Horrors, Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing again, and Donald Sutherland as well. Very cool. I had that on a steelbook at one point, but as you may know, I exercised most of my steelbooks. And running down the ladder a bit is Jurassic Dead. Whew! This is going to be craptacular, that's for sure. Evil always finds a way. That's good fun. honestly, the cover just sold me, and I know that means it's going to be terrible. And I know someone that has watched it who said it was terrible. But it's zombie dinosaurs. I'm going to watch it. Okay, it even says Zombiesaurus on the back. It has the death sign of Wild Eye. I have not seen a thing from them that has been good. Hopefully it's better than Raiders of the Lost Shark, because that was filmed in a school hall or something. But anyway, we will see how we go. Rats, Night of Terror, new 88 films release, which means I can retire my Blue Underground twofer, which I do prefer having this on a separate release. Bruno Mattei's post-apoc film. Post-apoc survivors versus killer rats. It's good fun. It's not my absolute favourite Mattei, but it is good fun. This one's pretty bloody good too. Zombie Flesh Eaters 3, aka After Death, and in America it was released on DVD as Zombie 4. Love these Italian films with so many names. Yep, this one's great. Zombie 4 is how I know it, because it was the DVD and is a load of fun. Haven't checked out the transfer on this one. I'm sure it's a really good upgrade. Probably very similar to the, was it Severin? Because I didn't pick that one up. Two Evil Eyes. Haven't seen this one in a long time. Hopefully it's good. George Romero and Dario Argento. Really remember very little about this one. Interesting slip. Not sure I really like it. Kind of prefer the old art, poster art. But it's certainly different. Two Evil Eyes. Cool. Next. Nightmare Beach. Nice upgrade here. Yeah, this is a really good little slasher, this one. Italian-American slasher. And it had an American DVD that was full screen under, I'll get on the title in here. Welcome to Spring Break. There was an Italian DVD that was widescreen, and both are pointless now because we have this really nice Blu-ray from 88 Films. So that's a really cool upgrade there. Good fun slasher as well. Nightmare Beach. And in the mail today, Perversion Story. Woo! This is a pretty sleazy Fulci, this one. And I'm very glad to have this. So it's from Mondo Macabro. Again, in the slip. And check this out. That is some suggestive alternate artwork there, isn't it? That's pretty good. And I got number 541 of 1,000. I think these are sold out now. But go check it out if you want. There's definitely going to be a retail edition anyway. So that's a Perversion Story from Mondo Macabro. As well as Bloodlust. This one I've never seen. The cover really intrigued me. And I got number 396 of 666. Pretty sure this one did sell out very quickly. Yeah, I don't know anything about this one. So, just coming in blind. Looks like it should be fun from 1977. So there you go, Bloodlust. This is a really good upgrade. Grizzly from Scorpion Releasing, who'd already done a Blu-ray before. 88 Films have also just done a Blu-ray, but it looks the same as the old Scorpion. Then this one we were waiting on finally came out. Had been teased for a while that they went back and would use new elements, and it certainly is the best it's ever looked and probably ever will. Good fun killer bear slasher, basically. It looks like it's just going to be a Jaws kind of film, but then when the bear attacks, it's just arms coming off, and it's brilliant fun. Highly recommend Grizzly. Excellent transfer as well. And Slave of the Cannibal God. I'm in two minds about this slipcover, and in one way it's cool. It looks like a thrash metal album. But, there's some nobules. But, it's also pretty cartoony. The other custom art, I think, is more appropriate. There you go, Slave of the Cannibal God, with Ursula Andress and Stacey Keach from Sergio Martino. Cannot remember the name. There's another name this film had, and I've gone and forgotten what it was. But down here, it doesn't matter anymore. Got this new one from Code Red, number 164. So it's very cool. Slave of the Cannibal God. Next one, Wonder Women from Vinegar Syndrome, who do the world's thickest slipcovers. They're just insane. Really nice embossed thing here. Another one I've not seen, but that cover just sold me. Like, looks like total 70s girls with guns, and just, it's going to be amazing. First thing I thought of was something like Black Mama, White Mama, because it had that vibe to it. So we'll see what that's like. There's the art underneath. Some more shots from the film. Yeah, see how we go with Wonder Woman. It looks really cool to me. And lastly, in the horror Blu-rays is Popcorn. A fairly needless upgrade, but I am collecting all these slashers. We're at 39 now. This is literally the same thing as the Synapse. If you've got the Synapse and don't care about collecting 88 films range, you have no need of getting this. It's the same transfer. It even says on the back that it was supervised by Synapse. Has the exact same amount of extras. It's the same thing. So, yep, just like my Synapse disc, it's really good. And we waited a long time to get it, and then 2 buses came along at once. So there you go, Popcorn. One horror DVD this month, and that is Freaks, the Australian release on Siren. I never saw it with this cover before. There was another cover that was more like the old classic poster, but this is rather interesting. So anyway, I picked this up very cheap. I haven't seen Freaks since the 90s, I think, pretty much. And yes, I will check this out again and see if it still disturbs me. No Blu-ray as far as I'm aware, and I think all DVDs of it are fairly similar. So there you go, Freaks on Vinegar on Siren Visual. If there is a Blu-ray, somebody tell me, because I'm just not aware of one. Onto the box sets. We got a few this time. Creepshow. Really, really, really nice. Really nice box here. This one's from Scream Factory. And they've learned their lesson with these things now. After, like, I think it was Creepshow 2, actually, that everyone's got crushed in the post. This thing you club baby seals to death with. It's absolutely insane. But it's what's inside that counts. You get, obviously, the film. Let's get those out. You get the film. That's the cover that it comes out on. And there is an alternate cover in there. No, it's just too hard to do with one hand. But anyway, there's the a comic book style cover. I didn't care for that very much, so stuck with that. And we get a book, which should be fun to flick through. So there you go, nice set there, Creepshow. And next one. Ooh, what a meaty, meaty box this one is. Night of the Demon and Curse of the Demon. Absolutely massive thing, monumental release from Indicator. That is the features list. Just take your time there. It contains 4 cuts of the film. Ridiculous. So again, we'll just tip it out. Again, giant box. And that's the Curse of the Demon reverse cover, which has got on the other side's got the Night of the Demon cover. If you don't know, they're basically the same film, just different cuts for different markets. Big book. This thing is huge. You get your money's worth on this. So there you go. And a double-sided poster, which is really nice. If you want this thing, you need to act right now, because it's sold out in many places and it's not going to last long. They upped it from 6,000 print run to 10,000. You can get it directly from Indicator still, apparently. I think Zavvi might have it. Amazon UK's put a big delay on it. That's always a sign that it's running out. So I would grab it now, unless you want to wait and get the single disc edition, which is just going to be just that. If you want the full suite, I would urge you to act quickly. And the last in the box sets is the City of the Living Dead. Pretty sure I didn't show this in the last update. I couldn't remember. But the new one from Arrow. How many times have we re-released this film? This is definitely the best it's looked. Completely obvious that it is the best. Has a nice layer of grain, and everything looks and sounds great. There we go. Nice big thick box again. Poster. And the disc. And a hell of a ton of features. I've watched quite a lot of them actually. Very interesting, some of it. I don't often watch many special features, but it's Fulci, so I do, and I did. Yeah, thoroughly recommend this set. Another book. I think you might, I don't know if you're out of luck, you might find it at Zavvi again, I think. Other retailers probably not so much. So anyway, that is the horror stuff. On to the action titles, not many this time. Momentum. This one looks pretty cool. Olga Kurilenko, as I assume who this is, because she certainly isn't Morgan Freeman. Giving off a bit of a Mila Jovovich vibe there, and that's a good thing by me. Yeah, no, nothing about this. I found this in a Vinnie's for $3. It is a, yeah, well, there you go. Momentum is a kick-ass, female-driven action film, reminiscent of the Bourne films. I didn't like the Bourne films, but, you know, I do like strong violence, a sex scene, and some coarse language, so, hey, we'll check out Momentum. This one looks trash. Hunt for Justice with Adam Arkin and Nicholas Turturro. Well, there you go. Yep, I found this for $1. It had a giant explosion on the back, which meant I was going to buy it. That's all I got for you. I don't know. If you've seen it, you tell me if it's any good. Hunt for Justice in the Line of Duty. This one, way Without Mercy. Frank Zagarino and Martin Kove going all out in a punch fighter. Well, that's what I'm hoping to get anyway. It looks like fun. The transfer is spit VHS-y. I like that it was from Rappy Films. Just, anyway, that made me laugh. And, yeah, I don't know what else to say about this one. It was $2.99 on eBay, and I think it's the only DVD release you can get. So there you go, Without Mercy with the Zags. I like the Zags. I cannot believe I have upgraded this. The Asian Connection, Steven Seagal, German Blu-ray. It was an average Seagal. I don't know what... Jesus Christ. He looks way worse than that in the film. There you go. Look at that compared to that. That's like they've got Under Siege and just painted a mustache on him. I wonder if they did. Anyway. For some reason, I really like watching these films. This is another one where it's got him on it. He's not the main star. It's these other two. It's fine. Does the job. He gets out of his chair a few times. He wears a Hawaiian shirt and he kicks people. But, you know, it's nowhere near A tier. It's not even B tier. And, yeah, only people like me would buy The Asian Connection. Onto the Asian stuff, and here we are with Red to Kill, and doesn't that look pretty sleazy right there? This is some Category 3 nastiness. I'm expecting complete nastiness. That's okay when I'm in the mood for nastiness. So there you go. That's on Universe Vision and Laser label. And yeah, not an easy one to find either, so snapped it up as well. So there you go, that's Red to Kill. Picked this one up in the city today. I was very surprised. Kung Fu versus Acrobatic with Andy Lau. So there you go. I love that art. It's just these slapping hands and feet. Probably more of a comedy than action, we'll find out. It reads quite funny. Supernatural, Kung Fu, fight against a devil, learn the Buddhist fist, all that kind of cool stuff. From 1990. Another one on Universe Laser and Vision. And, yep, looking forward to checking out Kung Fu versus Acrobatic. Unbelievably found this one in the wild today. The Assassin. It's not very often that I will... Well, okay, I have never found an IVL Shaw Brothers Hong Kong DVD in a shop. And I was very lucky to find it today. Used, but basically unused. Has the slip, has everything in there. From the director, writer Chang Che, and the star Jimmy Wang Yu from One-Armed Swordsman from the same period. So I'm expecting this one to be good. So there you go, that's The Assassin. And then Headshot finally picked this one up. Australia got stuck with a DVD only, and I didn't want that. And I just never got around to getting the UK Blue. Not sure if there's a US one. I have no idea. But there is a UK Blue. Found it again in the city today for a pretty good price for an import in a shelf. So there you go. Starring Iko Uwais. I'm going to probably get that wrong. Maybe the S is silent. Iko Uwais? Not sure. Who is, of course, in the Raid and the Raid 2. And I expect this will be good. But I bet it will not be as good as The Night Comes for Us. This is monumental. First of all, for people that know this film and have seen it on Netflix, which is where you have to see it, are wondering what I'm holding, and that's I am holding a very nice but entirely homemade bootleg. There is no Blu-ray. It's a Netflix original. The Night Comes for Us. They don't have a good history of releasing physical media for movies, so I don't know. I might have to stick with this because, you know, I want to have a real disc. So I cobbled together this art and obtained the Netflix stream, which is in HD. Transcoded it, put it onto a disc. It looks just the same as the stream, so it's full HD and it's great, and it's going to do me until there is a real Blu-ray, if there is one. Now, as for the film, it's probably one of the most violent things I've seen in years. It is going to be in my top films of the year. I don't do that kind of list, but I'll tell you right now, it's right up there. It's 2 hours long, but it feels like 30 minutes. It just keeps going. It is action, action, action. Indonesian, of course, English subtitles, and it's just full on. So if you've seen The Raid 2, times it by 10, that's the kind of bloodshed you are getting in The Night Comes From Us. It comes highly recommended. But wait, there's more. One more pile left. I received a box of goodies from Extro the Mutilator. Some of them were things that I ordered and he drop shipped for me, and I've already shown in this update. The rest of these are gifts that I had no idea were coming, and they are, the first one, VCD of Hocus Pocus, starring Lam Ying Jing. I think I've said that wrong, but anyway, on the left there. This one looks lots of fun. Supernatural comedy, and yeah, I haven't seen this one. Hocus Pocus. It looks cool. VCD on Media Asia, so I'll be checking that one out. Avalanche. Wanted to see this one for ages. Rock Hudson, Mia Farrow, Robert Forster. I think I have a DVD of it, but I don't think I ever got around to it, which is pretty bad. But there you go, from 1978. Known to be a classic, and it's a Kino Blue, so it's going to look amazing. They do great work. Yeah, looking forward to checking out Avalanche. Awesome. This one I wanted to see for years. Black Veil for Lisa. Yeah, this is... when are we going back to here? 1968. Yeah, from Massimino Dallamano. There you go. I'm just butchering names today. I think that's just my thing today. Yeah, this one looks definitely very interesting, and is one I've been very curious about. The Italian thriller, so yep, has a bit of Hitchcockian type stuff to it. Some people call it a giallo, so we'll see how we go with A Black Veil for Lisa. And I have already forgotten the name of this one. Damn. They don't write it in English, and I've already forgotten. And I got I got slapped on my wrists for opening this one because this one was actually wrapped within the box that was wrapped in Christmas paper, and I wasn't meant to open it, and I may have opened it when I'd had 6 beers and then forgot that I wasn't meant to open it. So anyway, sorry. And I've forgotten the name of the film, but it is obviously Bruceploitation, and it's going to be a fun one. Apparently it's the first time that this particular film has been shown in anamorphic. It's English dubbed or German, but don't want that. And the name has just escaped me. I will try and put it on the text somewhere down there. And yes, nice little hard box from CMV. Little mini hard box, very cool. And not so mini hard box. And the last thing of this update is the Bionic Ninja. Giant thing here. This one's got Richard Harrison, I think, and just looks just mental. Bionic Ninja. Lots of German on the back there I can't read, but anyway, I can read that it's 87 minutes and uncut, and that there is an English soundtrack. Big, thick, full size, hard box. If you've never seen in these things before, they're quite unique ways of putting discs in. There you go, Bionic Ninja. And often very limited. Which one are we limited to here? 37 of 44. I mean, it's barely worth the making. I don't understand how they make any money doing that. Like, the cost of this kind of stuff must be outrageous to create. So who knows? But anyway, it's a Joseph Lai directed by Godfrey Ho movie, and I'm going to be very happy to watch this one. Maybe it doesn't have Richard Harrison. I thought it was. It's got Mike Abbott though. Anyway, Bionic Ninja. And that's my update. What did you think about me filming on this little area? Something a bit different, mainly because the area that I usually film is covered in crud at the moment. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed. See you next time.